Hello and welcome. Today I'm going over tips and strategies to help people deal with those pesky little stabbing lizards in Stranger Paradise, or more specifically the side quest Indigo Memories, the Damned, located in the Referend Wetlands. This quest can be quite challenging on hard and even on action as well, due to how strong these Tonberries are, as well as some of the areas you fight them being fairly closed off, can lead to these fights being even more difficult than they should be. I'll quickly go over all the different moves they use to better help us navigate the fights better. Everyone's grudge is going to be the biggest problem and ultimately your grudge. Tonberries let out a barrage of magic in a large cone direction, which do a ton of damage and can easily stagger you and one-shot you if you're not prepared. Honestly, your best bet here is to leave distance between you and him and hold Soul Shield. After the first proc of blocking, you will then have to spam Soul Shield constantly to block the preceding waves of the attack. The problem with this is that it can at times be inconsistent and can deplete your break gauge and lead you to getting stunned and killed. Numb works and acts similar to Everyone's Grudge in that it shoots out in a cone in a direction. The difference with this move is that it will instantly deplete your break gauge and stun you for a brief period. This move isn't the biggest issue, but depending on RNG, you can get hit and possibly killed right after, depending on what the Tonberry does to follow up this attack. The next move is called Death Wish. When he casts this, a small portal will open and he will teleport closer to you or one of your teammates. This move doesn't do any damage, but this is his version of a gap closer since he moves so slowly. He usually follows this up with another ability right after. The move he usually follows up with after Death Wish is Master's Knife. With this attack, he will proceed to stab either you or one of your teammates. This move can be easily avoided since it is a smaller attack, but if hit, can do an immense amount of damage. If you're already low health or fairly squishy, this will just outright kill you. When at full health, I was getting hit for close to 80% of my max health. Next move he uses is Leadfoot, which is an AoE that swirls around him and will give you a temporary slow. This move is fairly slow to come out and also pretty easy to avoid. Hush is another AoE that swirls, but this one will instead silence you temporarily. This move also looks and acts just like Leadfoot. Finally, the last move he uses is called Doom and Gloom. This is a large ring ability that usually surrounds you or team members and will instantly break your gauge and stun you if you make contact with it. Over time, the ring will slowly close in on the center of the ring, so be careful. Hitting the Tonberry seems to break the spell and make it go away. When battling Tonberries during this quest, the key is to be patient and slowly whittle them down when openings present themselves. This is a slow battle considering one wrong step and you can and will instantly die. Thankfully, once you kill one of these little green bastards, you do get a checkpoint and won't have to battle them again. With all of that, let's talk specifics on how we can take down each one. In my opinion, the first one is in fact the hardest one to deal with, and this is mostly because the area you're fighting in is pretty enclosed. Avoiding Everyone's Grudge can be quite difficult, and your best bet is to spam Soul Shield from a distance and pelt with spells or using Dragoon Jump to quickly close the distance. I personally ended up using Jump a lot to avoid getting hit by Everyone's Grudge, as well as getting in decent chunks of damage and closing the gap. This isn't the safest strat, but if you have full health, you can do this a few times at your own discretion. Be warned that at times you will be clipped by Everyone's Grudge or followed up with Master's Knife or an immediate second Everyone's Grudge. One strat that can help is at times trying to hide behind the corner of the rock you come around to stay safe from certain abilities the Tonberry will fire at you. Using Mage or Black/Red Mage spells while using Soul Shield to replenish MP might be your safest bets. Using Jump and normal attacks as Dragoon is another option, but are a little riskier since you will be exposed to counters and follow-ups at times. These strats regarding jobs for dealing with these guys will also work on all of the Tonberries you fight during this quest. I do also recommend using your side directional for your team members when fighting the Tonberries. What this does is enable your teammates to start fighting more aggressively and start using their abilities for their equipped jobs. I highly recommend this to help take the pressure off you. This can also help the Tonberry target them and give you more openings, as well as help by having your teammates be useful and not standing around at times. For the second Tonberry, he will be in the underneath cave. You need to make sure you have sunny weather to access this area. This cave is a little better for dealing with him since you'll have more space to move around and avoid spells. Dispatch all the ads around him before engaging the Tonberry. I actually did find if you come from the tunnel entrance of the cave, you can fight the ads without him aggroing at all. Next to where he pats back and forth is a wall and inlet part that you can use for cover against the Tonberry and his attacks. When I killed him, I actually pushed him in and would constantly poke him down and run for cover when he went to cast everyone's grudge. In this case, you can use the inlet instead by going in and out to poke him down. Again, I do really like Dragoon or using a polearm here since you can hit him and stay safe from Master's Knife. Finally, the third and final Tonberry for this quest is all the way in the back with the Sahagin ad accompanying him. In my opinion, this one was the easiest to deal with since there's a good amount of space to move around to avoid things even though you don't really have any cover here. Kill the Sahagin first before dealing with him. A spear or another weapon that causes knockback can be used to cheese this guy. Since there is a ledge with water behind him, you can boop him over and kill him instantly. I actually ended up doing this when he was already about 20% health or so. If you want to try to just go for the cheese, try baiting him towards the edge. Wait for him to use Death Wish to get close to you, and then quickly get behind him. Then, when safe, slowly boop him off the edge when you have openings. That is going to be it on different ways on dealing with these green lizards. This quest can be quite tedious due to how easy it is for you to wipe, and having to clear ads before getting another attempt to take a Tonberry down can be quite timely. Granted, these aren't the most foolproof strats, and as far as I've seen, there really isn't a way to consistently destroy them with these. With that said, I hope this can help you get around to killing those little gremlins with a bit more ease. If you found other helpful ways to kill Tonberries off, then please leave a comment below to help people out as well. If anything more consistent or reliant is found in the future, for dealing with Tonberries, I will also make a follow-up to this. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will have more Stranger Paradise content coming right here on my channel in the near future. Also follow my socials below for updates as well as to see when I go live. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and have a great day. Deuces.